Dear Ukrainians, all day today work has been underway after the Russian strike. Restoration continues in all regions that were affected by this strike. It was a massive strike, a record in terms of ballistic weapons. There were 28 cruise missiles and another 43 missiles of various types that followed a ballistic trajectory. Such targets can be shot down only by systems like Patriot. It's complex. Some of the missiles were shot down, but not all. Unfortunately, there were hits on energy facilities. The Russians also launched 450 drones, a significant part of them were Shahd drones. The situation is most difficult in Kyiv region, Kharkiv and Kharkiv region, in particular in the city of Lozova, as well as in parts of central Ukraine. This primarily includes Dnipro region, as well as Vinnytsia region and parts of Chernivtsi region. There were strikes during the day, and again this evening. Our teams are fully engaged everywhere in recovery efforts. It is important that government officials provide maximum support to regional and local authorities with equipment and reserves. Every leader on the ground must act quickly. There's just no time to wait. We also need to be as active as possible with our partners. All partners who can help with support packages must receive all necessary information. Today in Ukraine we hosted Mark Rutte, NATO Secretary General. Among other things, he visited a CHP plant that was destroyed by missiles. We agreed that Mark will help ensure that leaders are fully aware of what is happening and understand that Ukraine must be supported right now. This concerns, in particular, missiles for air defense and for Patriot systems because we can see the tactics the Russians have chosen. They are not sparing their strike capabilities. New partner contributions are needed for the Pearl program, which allows us to purchase weapons from the United States. Mark and I agreed on which countries should respond and which can assist us the fastest. We are awaiting the response of the United States of America to the Russian strikes. It was an initiative of the United States during diplomacy and in this cold winter weather to halt strikes on energy infrastructure. There was a personal request from the President of the United States. We can see how Russia responded to that request with a ballistics record. Not even 4 full days have passed of the week for which Russia was asked. This says a lot about everything else Russia promises or might promise. If they are already failing to keep their word now, what should we expect next? They lied before this war as well, and Russia launched the full-scale war by trying to deceive everyone around them about their intentions and about Ukraine. And now, even in such details, in such arrangements with the United States, we see Russian deception again. They are incorrigible in Moscow, and they want to exploit the cold weather because they cannot subdue us, Ukraine, with their assaults. Russia's bet on war must receive a response from the world. The United States Congress has been working for a long time on a new sanctions bill. It is important that there is progress in this matter. We discussed this with President Macron and with Ursula von der Leyen. European partners can take decisive steps regarding Russian oil tankers that earn money for the war. Europe needs capabilities as strong as those the United States has now, not simply to stop tankers. Or not only to stop those that carry oil for Russia, but to confiscate both the tankers and the oil. We strongly ask you, Russia must feel pressure so that they comply with partners' requests and genuinely move in negotiations toward peace. So far, only Ukraine is expected to make concessions. Russia must make concessions, and the most important one is to stop the aggression. Whoever started the war must take steps to de-escalate and stop the war. If that does not happen, and as long as it does not happen, every Russian strike hits not only our energy system, not only our cities and communities at 20 degrees below zero. Every strike also hits those leaders who speak with Russia and receive further war in return. Kharkiv, Zaporizhia, Dnipro, Kyiv, communities of Donetsk and Kherson regions are constantly under attack. Today in Zaporizhia, a Russian drone killed 2 passers-by right down the street. They were 18 years old. My condolences to the family. The war must be stopped. But if the world, America, Europe does not have the power to stop Russian strikes, then who will believe that there is a power to guarantee that the war will not start again? We need steps that will ensure trust in everything that is happening among the different sides right now. We need pressure so that Russia has an incentive to invest in diplomacy rather than in a war of destruction. One more thing, I want to thank everyone in Ukraine who is working, who is doing their best to make conditions easier for people. I thank every repair crew, all energy companies and state-owned companies that have joined the effort. Ukrzaliznytsia is also helping. Naftogaz is forming additional brigades. I thank you. It is important that government support programs are working. 17,800,000 Ukrainians have already used the winter support program. Programs have started that can support small businesses and sole proprietors during these times. This includes, in particular, a program to subsidize the purchase and servicing of generators and fuel. On the very first day of this program today, there have already been 4,000 applications. We are scaling up the program with heating packages. And in the coming days, in the regions where it is hardest, at least 30,000 such packages will be distributed. Zero-interest loans for the purchase of generators have also begun. A support program for the most vulnerable social groups has been implemented. 374,000 Ukrainians received assistance of 6,500 hryvnias. There will be other support programs as well. Today we discussed this with the Prime Minister of Ukraine, Yulia Sviridenko. Everyone must work at maximum capacity. In order to make this winter emergency period easier for people, the central government, regional authorities, communities and businesses. Of course, we count on our partners not to stand aside. It is necessary to protect lives. Glory to Ukraine.
No, that kept me a little bit. You know what it is.
And look at me also, please.
Sir, how are you doing? Pleasure. We first met in Prague, you remember?
Yeah, I do.
She's amazing. They're all amazing, but I see her a lot. You know Patrick, and Kathy, and Alison, and Rob, and Joe. So Joe is working with Patrick, eh?
Thank you.
Yeah.